Welcome, truthers and truth-curious mainstreamers. This is Poe's Law with me, Charlatan Poe. It's been a little while since I recorded the last video. I've been doing a lot of soul searching on whether or not I wanted to keep doing this or I wanted to take the time drop box and just throw it into the sewer or something. It's been bringing a lot of stress into my life that I don't need, but I also feel like it would be putting a finger in the eye of destiny if I gave this up or took a pass. So I decided I'm going to keep it up for as long as I can. A bit of housekeeping. Some of the feedback has been saying that occasionally it seems like I just trail off and forget what I'm saying, and it's not that. It's that sometimes I just lapse into telepathy. I've been on the continuum for as long as I can remember, even before I was shamanically initiated. It's just sometimes since it's just the camera here, I forget that there's not other people here who can't hear my thoughts, because when I'm alone I am almost always just telepathic. I just kind of rest in telepathic mode because it's easier. There's just a kind of a greater bandwidth of information you can get across. So I'll do my best to I don't know, mundane isn't the word. I'll do my best to stay out of telepathy and into communication with, or in a way that everyone can hear me. The other bit of housekeeping is that there's been a lot of feedback that the videos have seemed kind of quiet, and it ties back into the trailing off. So I think this is maybe a new attempt to censor the message, is that someone is messing with the feed with these posts, either from the future or in the past, I'm not sure, but messing with them to try to actually silence them. And so if you're hearing that they're quiet, I think someone is actively trying to dampen the message. And the lapses or trailing off, those could be moments where something important was edited out too, and it's just been deep faked to look like it was just me trailing off and forgetting what I was talking about. So I talked to my shaman, or my shamanic mentor, and she said that she's not trained specifically or extensively in the Tibetan tradition, so she's not an expert on sonic rituals, but she had a good feeling that the ritual I'm about to do should amplify the message, and also she recommended I expand or cast an expanded circle of protection around the camera and myself and the lighting, so that from the future or past, whenever somebody comes back to try to censor this message, they will hopefully be unable to break through, because this kind of energy work transcends space and time. It's like if you were looking at a square on a piece of paper in 2 dimensions, it can't understand your perspective on it. Just so the kind of connecting realm that I'm working in, or I'm being told that I'm working in, is similar. I think being engaged in this time war has amplified those effects as well. So hopefully that all makes makes sense, and it'll help in the future and going back. And if the time or the sound is weird in this one, it could be interference, or this ritual couldn't be exactly right because I'm still new too. So we'll keep at it. All right. So now the ritual to activate the circle and hopefully amplify the energy. So I've got this. It was called a lingam stone, I was told, or something like that. Or a lightning stone. I don't know. It's got like a good hand weight and feel. And I'm supposed to like hold that right here. And then I got this. Not yet. This bell here. So I gotta ring the bell and hold this here, and then say the words and do it 3 times, and then everything should be ready to go. So, fear not, take hold of yourself. Happiness is within your grasp. Fear not, take hold of yourself. Happiness is within your grasp. Fear not, take hold of yourself. Happiness is within your grasp. Not sure. I've never done a sonic ritual before, so I don't know. I think I can feel something working, so we'll just assume it is. So the main reason, now that all that's out of the way, is that I wanted to get back on here, now that I've rededicated myself, is I actually wanted to spend some time with the time drop and try to like follow the breadcrumbs and do some analysis there. So I made some notes on it. Alright, so I went back and played the video and transcribed it, and then got out pencil and paper and just started crunching some numbers on this. And there are 57 words in time drop, in that time drop, and 345 letters. So 57 words, 5, 7, that's 5 plus 7 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. 345, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. That's 3 twice. Now, if you go through, only 3 words in the message are repeated twice. Those 3 words are has black suit. Right? Has black suit. So I hadn't done this work yet when I followed that kid in stealth mode and saw the ritual of the dog Cabal harvesting that cat life force. So I hadn't seen the guy in the black car with the black suit and the black case put the cat on the altar stone for that ritual. Now I'm going back and reading this time drop. 57 words, 345 letters, 12, 12, 3, 3, 3 twice. The 3 words that are said twice, has black suit. What the fuck? Okay, so then it gets weirder two numbers are mentioned in the time drop. 515. 500 plus 15 is 515. 5 plus 1 is 6. Plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. There are 3 threes above. We got the 12 to 3 for words, or 57 to 12 to 3, and then 345 to 12 to 3 for letters, that's another 3, and then 3 words. So 3, 3, 3, and then the numbers are 515, 515, 5 plus 6, 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. Twice 333 is what? Whoa. Oh, I'm going to read through the time drop again, and then I'm going to tell you what I think I saw and what I think is going on. Alright, so I transcribed it. Omnipotent and nothing, controllable expenses help you identify locations based on the entity locate line. They may take up space. Audits are performed. Tribal organizations, correspondence payments from governments. Who has responsibility? Long-term benefits. Welcome pass. Treasury has immediate action. Black suit. Sharkskin suit. Black tie. Striped bow tie. This is an instant 15%, 500 points. So, after I figured out the number code in there and what it's referring to, I think what I saw are demon dogs. They're agents from Shadow Sirius. Sirius is a binary star system. It's the star we see, the dog star, and then its shadow, a black hole. It's a black hole and a living star, and they're caught in orbiting each other. And I think these, whatever these were that looked like dogs, are from that. I didn't just come up with that. I've been looking through some of the boards as I started to do this, 'cause I needed some ideas. I was hitting a wall. It wasn't making sense. I think that's the connection I was missing. I wasn't thinking big enough. You know, and this sounds, you know, it's like the fucking Jews harvesting Christian children, that rumor that started back in the Middle Ages. So, you know, they're always talking, I always hear that once people start talking the truth, so many people just say that they aren't educated and they don't know what they're talking about. And I got enough credits for 2 associate's degrees at community college before I almost got my bachelor's. You know, it takes a lot of work to keep your student loan in deferment. And I did that work, and I passed a good number of those classes, and I feel like I learned more from not going to school than I ever did in a classroom. And the point is, I know a lot about a lot of shit, and I have a very good recall. And it seems like that blood libel thing has stayed with us based on a misunderstanding of biology. The dominant life strategy is parasitism. More than any other. Creatures living off of other creatures. It's an innovation that our DNA has independently come up with over and over and over and over and over again. And it certainly is creepy crawly to think about because it makes you feel too much like a sack of meat. But it makes sense. Why limit to just to like rocks and water and air? We think of living in an environment of plants, so to speak. Like there's grass and trees, and we've significantly modified and paved it over. But that's, as animals, that's how we tend to think of it. We're living in the plant kingdom. So parasites look at all of these, not just plants, but animals, as a landscape you can colonize and set up homes in, and it is creepy crawly, but it also, if you can shut your stomach off for a little bit, it's super cool. But to be a successful parasite, you have to pass. You have to be stealthy. You have to trick an immune system into thinking you belong to the thing you're attaching yourself to. Whether it was Jewish blood libel or the witch trials, the things that were seen were just the most sloppy examples, I think. If these demon dogs have been visiting for as long as I suspect they have, because as far as I went back, I could find some kind of version of this story. So it just wouldn't make any sense for these demon dogs to choose Jews only as a host and specifically target Christian babies. There aren't enough Jews to house their hunger, and just by the numbers for how long they've been here, and for how successful it seems like these demon dogs from Sirius have been, it seems like they would have needed more hosts than specifically ethnically Jewish people, even post-diaspora. Well, I guess the Middle Ages was post, but anyway. And like Christian babies were just like too flagrant, too obvious a target to do in any number, because people notice when babies go missing and they tend to do something about it. There's a societal immune reaction. You no longer are passing. So I think these hosts have finally, who knows how long ago this happened, because I'm seeing it just now. I thought I was awake, and then I actually woke up. So if these demons from Shadow Sirius are here, it would make the most sense for them to be just within dogs having some kind of influence over their owners and targeting cats. No, like, how many missing pet signs have you seen in your life, and how many times have you started a posse to go solve that injustice, solve that mystery? So, and then seeing those supposedly utility chimneys that they're trying to blend into, they blend in extremely well. Until you see them, you probably never notice them. There's something. We're built on top of something. There's something in these tunnels or city below the city. And I saw an ugly piece of it in broad daylight at a dog park. Now, keeping all that in mind, I'm going to read the time drop again, and you see if you can hear what I'm seeing. Omnipotent and nothing, controllable expenses help you identify locations based on the entity, locate line, they might take up space, audits are performed, tribal organizations, correspondence payments from governments, who has responsibility, long-term benefits, welcome pass, treasury has immediate action, black suit, sharkskin suit, black tie, striped bow tie. This is an instant 15%, 500 points. It just jumps up and bites you once you see it. It's scary shit. But I did the soul searching, and I'm ready to commit, and I'm trying to line up some extra defenses to stay safe, and I've got these videos that are, at least from when I'm recording this now, seeming like they're going out, and somebody's hearing it before they're completely erased. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think about the time drop, hearing it again a couple more times, and the info I was able to dig up and how it all relates. So, cheers.